I'm just looking for someone to talk me into raising prices because I'm deathly afraid of it.
I can convince you very quickly. Here we go. So right now, how many trucks do you have?
We have two.
Okay, we got 2 trucks. How many employees we got?
Three.
Okay, we got 3
Well,
employees.
four including myself.
Let's go ahead and go with 4. Great. And so I'm going to assume that you have 2 guys in each of the trucks. That's kind of what you're rolling with right now.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. And do you use budget hours in your business?
So we're switching to P4P this year, and that's kind of like where I'm confused because a lot of our loans are underpriced. So it's like probably I think probably 30 to 40% of our loans are probably underpriced. So it's hard to convince like your guys that they're going to be making extra money whenever
100%.
it's hard to even make the P4P on that job.
Yep. If your pricing's way off, P4P doesn't do a lot because the guys won't make enough money, right? And if they're not making enough money on P4P,
Right.
there's a good chance you're not making enough money either, right? And so let's go ahead and break this down. So we got 2 trucks, 4 employees. We don't have budget hours right now. Because if we had budget hours, I'd be saying we have a capacity of about 140 budget hours per week, and we can work with that. We don't have that luxury. So let's work with this instead. How many mowing customers do you currently serve each week?
We have about 130, 140 a week.
Okay. And right now, without having to get more trucks, more equipment, or employees, and assume you guys work like 40 hours, like a regular week, how many customers do you think you can get to without having to either work overtime or have to get more trucks and equipment?
How many customers can we get to like currently?
Yeah. Do you think like if you got 160 customers, do you think you'd still be able to get it done in a 40-hour?
No, we go into overtime. Like with what we have now, it's just too much.
Got it. Okay. So let's just assume 140 is basically your limit. Because like right now you're saying you're already pushing that envelope.
Yes.
Got it. So then this is really easy. All right. Great. Fantastic. So what you're going to do, because you don't do budget hours and you haven't been tracking likely your track time on the job for like all of last year. So we don't have data.
No, we haven't.
Right. So fine. That's great. We're still going to raise prices. Here's what you're going to do. First off, you're going to talk to you and your crew and you're going to sit down and go through all your customer base. You could probably do this yourself because you're on the properties a lot. And that is like, which of these customers, like what the 1/3 of them that you said like they're way underpriced, which ones are those? And just raise them by like a solid 30 to 40%. So if they're, and that sounds like a lot, but if you're charging them $40 a cut, that's like $12, $13, right? So it's not a ton. And but that 20 to 30% is going directly into your pocket. And guess what? If you lose them, you don't care because you're going into spring rush and you're going to be going way over. You're already at your limit. Like in order to get more customers, you have to lose some customers. And so we're going to do 2 things. Number 1, all new customers are going to be charged a higher price. So what's your minimum for mowing right now?
$49.
Great. So let's go ahead and move that to $60. Okay. And I'm assuming you're in more of a rural area, larger property sizes.
Well, no, we actually aren't. We have a lot of quarter-acre lots. It's a pretty populated, wealthier area, actually.
Okay. Well, quarter-acre lots in my area is kind of big. So, all right, you're not like postage stamp long,
yeah,
but it's larger. Okay, got it. So let's just say, okay, our minimum 50 is not too bad. But what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 things. Number 1, we're going to raise all the prices on every job is just way underbid, right? Like way underbid. You could probably list off 20 of them to me right now, just the customers' names. We have to raise prices. What I also want to do though is on all 140 of these, raise prices by a flat dollar amount. And the reason I say flat dollar amount is because we don't have the data right now to compare budget hours versus actual hours, right? Next year, after going through Copilot and you have all the budget hours in there, which I would, that's a different conversation to get budget hours figured out. But like once you've done that, then you would run a report, like which ones have budget hours of X and Y versus how long it actually took. And all the ones that were taking way too long, I'm going to raise prices on them. But for now, I just want to do a flat price increase. I'm not looking at which jobs need to be raised prices on. I am simply looking at the fact that I can only take 140 customers and I have hit that limit. And I will have to say no to new customers, or I will raise prices until I go down from 140 to 120. And losing 20 customers to you is going to seem like a big deal. I can promise you in the next 4 to 8 weeks, you'll get all of those 20 new customers back because you're going into spring rush and you're going to charge a higher price to them.
Okay.
So new customers are getting a higher price, but you're gonna have to raise prices on existing customers in order to be able to make room for new customers, which you're inevitably going to get because you're going into spring rush. And so if on 140 customers, I want you to raise prices by at least $10 a cut, at least.
Okay. So instead of a percentage, you're saying do it to a dollar amount.
Well, here's the thing. The reason I'm saying a dollar amount is because I want you to do it. I just see consistently simplicity in this case is going to be the
Okay.
best. So what I would probably do if I was you
Okay.
is anything under $60 per cut is going to get a $10 price increase. So if they're getting charged $50 a cut right now, they're going to 60. Anything above $60 per cut currently, give them a $15 price increase. So if they're currently getting charged $70 a cut, now they're going to be at 85. And then what you're going to do, have you
Okay.
started mowing yet or not?
We will in a week.
Great. So tomorrow you're going to do all of this and you're going to send them all an email.
Okay.
Say next week we start our mowing season. Here's your pricing for the upcoming 2024 mowing season. If you have any questions, let us know. We look forward to seeing you and serving you at your property this upcoming year. That's it. No explanation long about the economy and inflation, all this garbage. All right.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
going to get the prices. I guarantee you, if you do this, you'll probably lose 10 to 15 customers. Probably less, to be honest with you. But we actually need to, because you can't take any more customers. But here's what's really cool. If we average, like if you're over $100 per cut, I want you to be charging $20 more. So if we can average an extra like $12 a cut and we mow someone's lawn like 3 or 4 times a week, that means we're making an extra like $40 per customer. $40 times 140, we're making an extra $5,500 in straight profit by doing this price increase. I also have a sense to believe that if you raise these prices, you'll then be able to do pay for performance because now your prices will be at a high enough margin to where you can pay your guys on P4P and they're incentivized because there's enough meat on the bone.